Today, we're looking at a mindset that challenges our whole idea of what it means to be successful.
You know the question, it kind of implies that you have to pick just one thing. But for some people, choosing just one thing feels less like a path and more like a trap.
And you can see why. Our world is basically built to praise the specialist.
This really highlights the difference between two powerful mindsets, the specialist and the polymath.
So what's a polymath? Well, there's someone who masters a bunch of different, often unrelated things.
And this isn't some new idea. Just think about Leonardo da Vinci or Benjamin Franklin.
These guys are living proof that you don't have to pick just one thing to be.
So what's really going on in their heads? And nope, it's not just about being super smart.
It all comes down to one thing, a powerful, almost uncontrollable sense of curiosity. And this isn't just a casual interest. For them, not knowing is actually kind of painful. Yeah, an unanswered question is like an itch in their brain that they have to scratch.
This intense drive creates a pretty unique pattern of learning and, well, living.
Experts call it serial mastery. They dive in, learn super fast, and then move on.
So, how's it work? First, they get totally obsessed and consumed by something new.
See, what really gets them going is the climb itself, that rush of learning something brand new. But once things get easy and the learning slows down, they start looking for the next challenge.
You can imagine how confusing this seems to specialists, who just value sticking to one single path.
So maybe we need a totally different way to think about this kind of mind.
Think about it like this. Their mind isn't a cup you fill up. It's a fire you feed.
It's a really empowering idea if you've ever felt pulled in a million different directions.
You've heard this one, right? And it's usually not meant as a compliment.
But what if we've got it all wrong? What if we're totally missing their true gift?
See, their real genius isn't being a master of one thing. No, it's something else entirely.
They have this incredible ability to stand right where different fields meet and overlap.
And from that spot, they see connections that pretty much everyone else just misses.
So, think of it like this. A specialist digs one super deep well. A polymath digs lots of them. But by digging all those different wells, they find something amazing, the river connecting them all. This is their real secret weapon. It's called cross-pollination, mixing ideas to create brand new ones. So how does this actually work? Well, let's take a look at a classic example.
I mean, look at Leonardo da Vinci. He connected river flow to blood flow to his art. He wasn't just an artist or an engineer. He was a student of systems.
This is so true. You know, real breakthroughs often happen when different ideas just crash into each other.
You can think of a polymath's mind as a kind of particle collider, but for ideas.
And yep, psychologists have a name for this, integrative complexity. It's a huge key to creativity.
So what's the mindset behind all this? Well, it's about being a professional beginner.
They're not afraid to be the new person, to ask the so-called dumb questions. It's a superpower.
In Zen Buddhism, this is called Shoshin, or beginner's mind. It's all about being open.
So their biggest strength isn't their knowledge. It's knowing how much they don't know.
Okay, so let's bring this all back to you and your hidden river.
It's a real puzzle, right? If having a ton of different skills is so powerful,
Why are they so hard to find today? Well, the problem isn't the person, it's the system.
seriously, they're often fighting to survive in a world that's hostile to how their brains are wired.
And this whole thing starts really, really young, shaping how we think about curiosity from day one.
Think about it. Our schools are basically conveyor belts designed to churn out specialists, not generalists.
We're all told to prune away our branching interests. Just pick one single thing. So, if you're a kid who likes both poetry and physics, you're told to get serious. And it doesn't stop after school. Oh no, it gets way worse in the professional world. Today's world rewards climbing that single career ladder, not exploring the whole jungle gym. So your varied resume is seen as unfocused, indecisive, maybe even a bit flighty.
Let's be real, they're square pegs in a world that's absolutely full of round holes.
All this pressure from the outside, it creates a huge damaging battle on the inside.
This leads to polymathic guilt. You feel like you're not good enough at any one thing.
And then comes imposter syndrome. Your biggest strength, your broad knowledge, makes you feel like a total fraud.
So it becomes this constant fight, their need to explore versus the world demanding a single label.
And maybe the worst part? The world is constantly telling them that they're just wired wrong.
For the longest time, the path to success was pretty clear. Become an expert in one thing.
But the world those specialists built,
It's now facing problems they just can't solve alone. This brings up that classic idea, the specialist hedgehog versus the generalist fox.
And it seems the hedgehog's focused approach is starting to lose its edge. Let's dig into why.
For starters, our world is just so much more complex. Problems don't fit into neat little boxes anymore.
Just think about a pandemic. It's not just a medical problem, is it? It's everything.
Same goes for climate change. It's not just science, it's economics, politics, you name it.
Okay, the second big driver here, you guessed it, automation and AI are changing the game. So as machines take over the repetitive stuff, what we humans do best becomes way more valuable. And what are those skills? Things like creativity, critical thinking, and, connecting the dots.
So, what does this new hero look like at work? What's the model for success now? Meet the T-shaped person. It's the perfect model for this new way of thinking.
It's pretty simple, really. You go deep in one area, but you also have a broad knowledge of many others.
And having that combination, man, that gives you a massive advantage no matter where you work.
Because being the person who connects the teams is often way more important than being the top expert.
Look, this isn't just about your career, it's a totally different way of looking at your own journey.
Have you ever been told your lack of focus is a bad thing, or that you have too many interests?
Well, what if it's not a weakness at all? What if that's actually your secret weapon?
It's about letting go of that guilt and just embracing your own kind of messy, curious path.
So the big takeaway here is that having a broad range of knowledge is the real key now.
Which leaves us with one last question for you. In this new world, what dots will you connect?